The Yeti, also known as the Abominable Snowman, has been one of the most enduring and mysterious creatures of folklore. Stories of this elusive, ape-like being have been passed down for centuries by people living in the Himalayan mountains, with reports of sightings sparking curiosity, fear, and fascination across the world. But what does the Yeti really look like? Despite numerous alleged sightings and even scientific expeditions to find evidence of its existence, the Yeti remains an enigma. This article explores the descriptions, myths, and scientific investigations surrounding the true appearance of the Yeti. The legend of the Yeti. Origins and early descriptions. The legend of the Yeti originates from the high-altitude regions of the Himalayas, particularly in Tibet and Nepal. For the local Sherpa people, the Yeti is not a mere myth, but a creature deeply rooted in their cultural and spiritual beliefs. In ancient Himalayan folklore, the Yeti is often described as a supernatural being or a guardian of the mountains, more than just an undiscovered animal. Early descriptions of the Yeti varied, but several common features emerged: size and shape. Most accounts describe the Yeti as a large, bipedal creature, standing anywhere from 6 to 9 feet tall, with broad shoulders and a muscular build. The Yeti is often compared to a giant ape or even a prehistoric human. Fur and color. One of the most defining features of the Yeti in folklore is its thick coat of fur. While some stories describe the fur as white or snow-like, most sightings and reports suggest that the Yeti's fur is more likely to be brown, gray, or even reddish. This would make more sense from a biological standpoint, as it would blend better with the rocky, forested terrain of the lower Himalayas. Facial features. Accounts of the Yeti's face often describe it as ape-like, with a prominent brow ridge, large eyes, and a wide mouth. Some depictions suggest it has a flat nose, similar to that of a primate, while others give it a more human-like appearance. Sightings and eyewitness accounts throughout the 19th and 20th centuries. Many Western explorers, climbers, and adventurers claim to have encountered the Yeti or found its tracks. Some of the most famous sightings include Eric Shipton's footprints. 1951, one of the most iconic pieces of evidence for the Yeti's existence came from British mountaineer Eric Shipton, who photographed large, human-like footprints while on an expedition to Mount Everest. These prints, measuring about 13 inches long, sparked renewed interest in the Yeti. However, skeptics argue that these footprints could have been distorted by melting snow or could belong to an animal, such as a bear. Reinhold Messner's encounter. 1986 legendary Italian mountaineer Reinhold Messner claimed to have come face-to-face with a Yeti during a solo trek in Tibet. Messner described the creature as a large, ape-like figure with dark fur and said it moved with great agility across the rocky terrain. He later wrote a book theorizing that the Yeti could be a misidentified bear species native to the region. Buddhist monastery relics. Some Buddhist monasteries in the Himalayas claim to have relics, such as scalp fragments or bones, that they believe belong to the Yeti. These relics have attracted the attention of researchers, but scientific tests on some of these artifacts have proven inconclusive or revealed them to belong to more common animals, such as bears. Scientific explanations. Misidentified creatures. Over the years, scientists have conducted various studies to determine whether the Yeti might be a real creature or simply a case of mistaken identity. Several plausible explanations have been put forward, most involving known animals that could easily be confused with a mysterious ape-like creature in the fog and snow of the Himalayas. Bears. One of the most widely accepted theories is that sightings of the Yeti could be misidentified bears, particularly the Himalayan brown bear or the Tibetan blue bear. These bears can walk on their hind legs for short distances, especially when startled, and their footprints can resemble those of a human under certain conditions, especially when tracks melt and expand in the snow. In 2013, a genetic study led by Brian Sykes, a British geneticist, examined DNA samples from supposed Yeti fur. The study concluded that the samples likely came from a previously unknown bear species, possibly a hybrid between the polar bear and the brown bear. This finding added weight to the bear theory, though it didn't completely rule out the possibility of an unknown primate. The Gigantopithecus theory. Another popular theory is that the Yeti could be a relic population of Gigantopithecus, an extinct species of giant ape that lived in Asia around 100,000 years ago. Gigantopithecus stood up to 10 feet tall and was thought to walk on all fours, but it's possible that some fossil evidence or sightings have fueled the Yeti myth. However, there is no direct evidence to suggest that Gigantopithecus survived into modern times or that it ever lived in the Himalayas. Human origins. Some researchers speculate that the Yeti might not be an animal at all, but could be linked to ancient human ancestors. One theory suggests that the Yeti could be a remnant population of Denisovans, a now extinct species of human that coexisted with Homo sapiens in parts of Asia. Although unlikely, this hypothesis has gained attention due to the discovery of Denisovan DNA in modern Himalayan populations, which shows they adapted to high altitudes. Conclusion: a creature of myth or reality. The true appearance of the Yeti remains a mystery. While scientific evidence points to bears and other known animals as the most likely explanations, the legend of the Yeti continues to thrive in popular culture and the imaginations of people worldwide. The stories and sightings are a testament to our fascination with the unknown and the possibility that there are still creatures out there waiting to be discovered. Whether the Yeti is an undiscovered species, a bear, or simply a myth, it holds a special place in the world of cryptozoology and folklore. Until more concrete evidence is found, the true form of the Yeti will remain a mystery, hidden among the snow-covered peaks of the Himalayas.